Hello, my name is Michael Knight, head teacher here at Famulgate School, Durham. This is a very short presentation based on the presentation we did last night for our new Year 6 parents and carers. We're aware that not everyone could attend that evening, so this is a version of what was said there. Various people spoke, but in this presentation, I'm just going to go through the points that were made by the various people. We started, of course, with myself. I use this quote quite a lot with our staff about the idea that it is easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. That, of course, applies to women as well. Our job as a school and our focus is to make sure that we're building strong children because we think that's right, but we also realise that that's what allows us to feel comfortable that in adulthood, these young people will be able to be happy and successful. I speak a lot about our values. I talk about excellence and the fact that everyone in our community will know and experience success. Now, that might be academic success, it could be sporting success, success in the school play. Success isn't necessarily defined as one thing. What's important is that everybody has the opportunity to feel and experience what success means measured against their own starting points. We're a really proudly inclusive school, and we talk about the most for those that need the most, that we will meet the needs of all our learners. So I will speak often to students, staff and parents about, for example, the fact I myself am dyslexic. That means that I struggle with elements of reading and writing, and therefore we realise that part of my job here, part of the job of the school, is to give support to any young person who needs that little bit more in order to access everything the school has to offer on the same terms as everybody else. We talk about the fact that people have the right to be known and valued. This is a relationship-based school, and we expect everyone here to recognise everybody else. We talk about collective endeavour, the fact that the best things in life are achieved by groups of people working together. It's not just one person leading the charge. And I'll speak about joy, those moments of pure happiness. I'll see it in our classrooms when a child suddenly understands it, but I'll see it outside on the school field where a Year 7 does a cartwheel. Our job as a school is to create those moments of joy for all our students. Our incoming Year 7 in September of 2027 will be the last year group who will join us in our current school buildings. Those of you who live in the area will be aware that we're being rebuilt on site, and in fact much of this school has already been thrown up, or certainly the steel frame. From September 2027 we'll have a school building that matches the ambition that we have for all our students. Now, we speak a lot about this, and we'll be speaking much more about it with all our students. This is how we do things around here, part of our school culture, the Fram way. We talk about with students the fact that they should be respectful, both of staff members, but of course of each other as well. We talk about them being responsible. Everybody makes mistakes, that's okay, but we need to own those and accept them. We should also be responsible in terms of realising it's their homework to do, not somebody else's. We talk about being ready to learn. That means on a basic level, turning up with the right equipment on time. We think these skills are important to ensure that a school is being run well, but we also think these skills are important to learn and master ready for adult life. One thing I spoke about last night is this. This is a mobile phone free school. Mobile phones, we now realise here in 2026, have got no place in education. Many of you will give your child a phone. That's okay. And I realise that for lots of students, being able to pay for things, travel around on the bus, they need their phones. But that phone should be away in their bags from the moment they arrive at school, before they come onto the school site, until they leave the school site. Phones seen during the day will be confiscated from students, and we'll ask parents to come and pick those up at the end of our working day. I do recognise that some students use their mobile phones for medical conditions, most often things like diabetes or perhaps to help manage with hearing aids. For those students, sensible exceptions are in place. But in the main, we will encourage every parent to speak to their child about the fact that their phone should not be something they're using ever at school. I finished speaking by sharing this photo. The small child in the photo is me. I'm at Wingate Methodist Chapel here in the Northeast on the 14th of February 1981 at a wedding. Apparently it was freezing cold. But really this photo is about the two people whose hands I'm holding, Harry and Lizzie Cornforth. Harry was a miner here in the Northeast at Deaf Hill Colliery. His wife, a miner's wife. They had 4 children, one of them my grandfather. Harry, working in the mine in the 1940s, was there when there was an accident, and he carried the body of his best mate out of that mine. He came home, spoke to his children, including my grandfather, and said he would have to stick in at school. It wasn't that mining wasn't something he wanted his son to do, but he wanted his son to have other options. His son, my grandfather, would work hard at school. Then his eldest daughter, my mum, she would go to college, and eventually I, her eldest son, would be the first person in the family to go to university. Now, when I share this story, some people think I'm saying that education, university education, is the ultimate aim for everyone, but I don't mean it in that way. There's nothing wrong with saying university education is good, but actually I want to do something else as well. Those aspirations, all aspirations, are equally valid. This story is about the power of family. Families making decisions for their children that impact not just on them, but on their children's children, and indeed on their children's children's children. Working together with you as families, we can help support your child now, and we can support the children that they will have when they in turn are thinking about school later on in life. Every child should achieve, every child should thrive, and every child should belong. And by working in partnership, we can deliver that for all our students. On the evening, we then heard from Eva, one of our student presidents. I won't replicate what she said now, but Eva spoke passionately about both the support she's received here as a student and also all the extracurricular activities she's engaged with. Then Mrs. Wright, the head of Year 7, spoke. She talked about what she wanted for all the students. She wanted them to feel happy and safe in school, to feel listened to, and to enjoy their learning. Mrs. Wright again reflected on our 3 R's, responsible, respectful, and ready. And she also shared some information about the homeschool agreement. A version of this will be asking all parents to sign and return, and also keep accessing on our website for their own reference. We then heard from Dr. Smith, the curriculum leader for English. At the end of transition day, every child will be given a copy of this book. We'd ask them to read it over the summer, completing the activities that go alongside it. Dr. Smith made it clear that parents are encouraged and can read the book with their child aloud, but alternatively, if your child is a confident reader, please allow them to read it by themselves. Alternatively, they might listen to it on Spotify or Audible. All that's fine, but what's important is that they have engaged with that book ahead of joining us in September and they're ready to go. Finally, we heard from Mrs. Forrest, who's our SENCO here. Mrs. Forrest spoke about the support that's available for students with special educational needs. We recognise that not every child needs that support all the time, but we're also a proudly inclusive school, and it's important for us that everybody here knows what support is available. On that note, I share here on the screen how to contact us. There's of course general inquiries, but you can also get in touch directly with Mrs. Forrest SENCO or alternatively Mrs. Osborne as the Director of Safeguarding here. If you send it to general inquiries, if you're not sure who to talk to, send a message to general inquiries and someone will get back to you. I hope that's helpful, and for those people who weren't able to make the presentation last night, that should give you a flavour of what we discussed.